I am Jen Taz Vazquez, and I am the Permission to Start Dreaming Foundation Race for a Soldier 2021 Volunteer Coordinator. And I am standing here in Chimacum, Washington, which is currently the site for the Gary Sinise Foundation Avalon Network, partnered through Boulder Crest Foundation and the Permission to Start Dreaming's Foundation, where we host a 1 week of an 18-month post-traumatic growth program known as Warrior Path, which the PATH stands for Progressive and Alternative Training for Healing Heroes. I have been a beneficiary as a veteran of the Warrior Path program, and I gotta tell you, it is absolutely life-changing. For me, a little bit about my story as a veteran. So basically a lifetime of anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress from a childhood trauma that I quickly repressed after it happened, and then years into adulthood of low self-esteem. Even though I was a high achiever, did really well in what I was doing, behind the mask that I always portrayed, I always felt like I was having to compare myself to everybody else. That low self-esteem, that anxiety always playing in the background, that depression, and then came suicide ideation for years. When I hit my low point, I honestly thought to myself, what would it matter if I just died? Who would care? And it was at that moment when kind of this deep intuition for me kind of came up, and I realized that's not who I was. That's not what I wanted to do in my life. And at that point, I began my healing journey. And along my healing journey, I found, or it found me, when I moved to the Pacific Northwest, Permission to Start Dreaming Foundation. And I started as a volunteer for the organization, giving back to other veterans and first responders. And through Warrior Path, I have found that love of life, that love of just being present in the moment, to really feel and be in alignment with who I am and just love life. And I so want my fellow veterans and first responders to be able to have that same experience. Here for Warrior Path, as I mentioned, it's a 1 week of an 18-month program, and that 1 week is in residence, if you will, or in person. And we're introduced to 31 wellness practices by other guides, fellow peers, who've also gone through their healing journey and are now being of service and giving back. And what's beautiful is just the profound change that someone can have in their life if they're willing to take that courageous first step and say yes and make that phone call. And then through that week and then through that 18-month, we're surrounded with support, with other fellow pathmates, I say, who have our 3 to 5, who've got our 6 that have our back, that we can reach out to at any point in time, and they're there for us. And through this healing journey, we learn that not only can you lay down and let go of our past trauma, but we can actually thrive and be of service and give back to our community, which for me is so important. Some of the principles that I've kind of lived by now, is I will not let anything impact my peace, my joy, my sense of grace and gratitude that I have for life, and then being of service. And that's why I give back now, not only as working alongside others in the foundation and giving our time and energy back to the community, but also being an advocate for programs like Warrior Path, because it gives us our life back. It enables us to go from profound struggle to profound strength, and then to a point where that post-traumatic stress is now post-traumatic growth. And the studies actually show that there's been about a 56% decrease in post-traumatic stress after someone has gone through the Warrior Path program, and also a 50% reduction in depression. I'm telling you, it's an amazing, amazing program, and I highly recommend it.